Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Gabriela. I make videos about fragrance, astrology, self-care, mental health, dating, single life. I do vlogs and basically whatever else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like your jam, please stick around. Mochi and I will be very happy to have you here. Today's video, as you can see by the title, is gonna be how to get good at being single. Because for many of us, it feels like a skill that we just don't have. And it is so incredibly frustrating when we're fed all of this stuff on one hand about how through media, the purpose of your life is to find your one person and the twin flame and the soulmate and the da-da-da-da. And then on the other hand, you're supposed to enjoy being single and love it. And unfortunately for many of us, it just doesn't feel like that. We don't know how to love being single. And I was that girl. I have dated, but I have been single now for a year and a half after being a major serial dater in serious long-ish term relationships. All right, so I want to jump right in and share these tips with you because I know Valentine's Day is coming up when I'm uploading this, and it is just a time where people can start to spiral a little bit if you're single. And I want to be here to help you, to cut you out of that spiral, and to start you on a path to loving single life. But before I begin, I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, which is Ana Luisa Jewelry. I've worked with them in many videos. They are a wonderful, affordable jewelry company with pieces starting at $39. They offset 100% of their carbon emissions. When they send you packages, it's really pared down in terms of packaging. There's not a lot of extra plastic and bubble wrap. They definitely have environmental interests in mind. So I'm wearing a few of their pieces today. These earrings that you see, also this gold ear cuff, how awesome. I'll get a little bit closer. I love how this looks. And then this beautiful necklace set. It's actually two necklaces, but I think they look really great together. Super delicate. So I'll put the names on the screen. The hoop earrings first, then this ear cuff, because I don't have a piercing there. It's kind of fake actually. And then this necklace set. Ana Luisa makes super chic, modern jewelry at an affordable price, but it's high quality. I'm not somebody who ever wants to get a piece of jewelry for a one and done wear. I just find that wasteful. It's not sustainable, and it's just not how I like to roll. So Ana Luisa makes some beautiful pieces that are really on trend as well. I have another pair of earrings that's like gold paper clips or safety pins, gold safety pin earrings that I think are really cool. Those are probably my other favorite. Besides, I have some crescent moon drop earrings, which right up my alley. So they are currently doing a Valentine's Day sale. It started back in January, so it's going on right now as I upload. It is 15% off everything on their site. Any of their pieces are beautiful, tasteful gifts for yourself or for others on Valentine's Day, but kind of, hey, I'm hinting for yourself. This is kind of the topic of today's video. But anyway, check the link in the bio for everything. It is an affiliate link, so it does help keep my channel running when you use my affiliate link. So if you do, appreciate you very much. Shout out to Ana Luisa again for sending me these beautiful pieces and sponsoring yet another one of my videos. Let's jump in to how to get good at being single from a girl who used to suck at it. Now, as people, we don't ever have to be single. It always makes me laugh when people say, how can a girl like you be single, or why are you still single? Because it's a choice. Anybody who's single, realistically, whether you like to admit it or not, it's a choice. Any one of us could go into the grocery store, approach some random Joe Schmo in the aisle and get a boyfriend. They might be a little weird. One would wonder why they're so willing to commit to you upon you first approaching them, but anybody could go anywhere and find a boyfriend in like 10 minutes. So first of all, I need you to change the mindset that being single means you're unwanted scraps or, you know, nobody wants you. Being single, whether you are recognizing it or not, means that you have standards, which are incredible, first of all, that you have standards that are just not being met. And that there is nothing wrong with that. Toss that mindset that you're scraps, okay? Because you living in that vibration, not good. I was just watching Love Island, I think season 2 or 3, and there's one girl that came on and she walked in and she is very beautiful, just a naturally beautiful young woman. And I was like, dang, wow. And then another girl comes into the house who's super busty, kind of like, you know, she's had a lot of work done. She's like that internet type of hot. And the other girl started sitting like this. She started talking quietly. She was making kind of jealous, snide comments. And my attraction to her went away. I was like, oh, no, she's not that cute, I guess. It is all about your aura. And if you are giving off the energy of nobody wants me, nobody likes me, poor me of being single, please, tough love, I need you to snap out of it. There are millions of people in the world who are single, and you playing the victim is not gonna get you anywhere. Okay, babe? Okay, vibes. I'm gonna give you some homework now, okay? These are the books that helped me. When I was having a discussion with my mom lately, she told me that she didn't understand when people said it's hard for me to be single. So there are people who truly are like, what is the issue with being single? I don't even think about it. It's fun, and isn't that wonderful? But for many of us with trauma or attachment, different styles of attachment or codependency, it feels like the end of the world. So for those of you that relate to that, I suggest reading these two books, okay? Attached, The New Science of Adult Attachment and How It Can Help You Find and Keep Love. This book will help you understand how you relate to other people, why you're in certain relationship patterns, why you feel lonely and worthless and want to cling to somebody desperately when you're single. It is so insightful. I mean, it's not just written by some romance novelist or something like that. No hate, because I am writing a romance novel right now. But this is scientific data, and this is brain. Now you can tell that I don't work in neuroscience, but this is amazing. I think almost anybody who's read this book will attest to it. I had 3 friends recommend it to me, and I was like, okay, I get the hint. So read Attached. I find when it comes to mental struggles and emotional struggles, whether that's anxiety or serial dating, I find that demystifying it helps incredibly. It's basically like seeing the Wizard of Oz for who he was, just a little man behind a curtain. Once you realize that your anxiety or your attachment style or anything like that is a little man behind a curtain, it's not like you can be expected to be, you know, completely changed. For example, clinical anxiety, you can't just change your mindset, but it makes things easier. And I find when I tap into that logic rather than the emotional side of things, I feel more in control and more comfortable. Then I've talked about this book in many, many videos, but if you do feel that you might be codependent, which I have a video all about that, how to tell if you might be codependent, the Codependency Recovery Plan. It's a 5-step guide to understand, accept, and break free from the codependent cycle. My father, who's a psychotherapist, actually recommends this book and uses it with his clients who struggle with codependency, and it really changed my life. I read it over the summer because I just was like, I need a change. I'm single right now, and I can take this opportunity to better myself and to understand myself and to change the parts about the way I work and my patterns that I don't like. I don't have to just sit with things about myself that I don't like. So that way, when I'm ready to date, when I'm healed from heartbreak, when I'm no longer afraid to be single, when I value myself, I can enter into the dating world as someone confident and who is not desperate for a relationship to save them. That way, when you're not desperate, you won't choose just anybody to fill that role. And you're looking for that fit. You're not looking for just any guy, any person that'll be your partner. You won't settle. And we don't want to settle. No. Another thing I did for myself, more homework, and this is fun. For those of you who like journals and reflection, you're gonna love this. So this is not sponsored, okay? I discovered this guy on Instagram, Case Kenny, and he posts really awesome quotes, and that's, I think, how I found his Instagram. And then I saw him on his story post about journals and books that he releases, and I love the quotes that he posts and the mindsets. They always came at the right time, and they were so positive, and they were so much about valuing yourself and putting yourself first instead of romanticizing relationships or waiting for your life to begin before you find a relationship, because that is a waste of your time and a waste of your life. So yeah, I saw that he put journals out, and I bought a pack of 2 of them. There's a package. So The first one that I would highly recommend is called Single is Your Superpower. Catch Feelings for Yourself, a dating workbook by Case Kenny. So I did this entire workbook. Well, it's a book, and then you do like activities at the end of the chapters. You know, list as many dating red flags as you can, big or small. What are 5 ways that you want your partner to make you feel? He basically changes your mindset about being single. I love this book. I love the way that I got to know myself as an individual, and then also who I want to be in the dating world and who I'd like to attract. I think the minute you enter the dating world confused, you're screwed. And so your single time is not only, it's not a waiting period, but it is a time to get to know yourself so that no matter who comes into your life, you are not confused about who you are, what you expect from someone, and what your worth is. So highly suggest that. And then he also, I have 3 days left of this. This is New Mindset Who Dis, and this is a 60 days, right? Yes. And I have been filling it up. Like I said, I have just a couple days left, and this is an amazing journal just to get to know yourself and to ask yourself important questions. It has nothing to do with relationships or dating or being single or not. It is about you. And this is what being comfortable with being single is. It's about you. No matter if you're not all right and all settled in here, no matter who you meet, it's not going to be the right person. So this journal has been amazing. It's been something I really look forward to as a daily ritual, and I highly, highly recommend both of those books. I'm also going to recommend Case Kenny's podcast, which is called New Mindset Who Dis, same name as the 60-day journal. I was like adamantly against podcasts. They annoyed me. I'm a visual person, so it's really hard for me to focus with just audio. But his podcast episodes are usually about 18 to 22 minutes long, and they're all about changing your mindset about one thing. The titles are really easy to grasp what he's going to talk about. And when I'm in kind of a mood, I look through his podcast episodes. He's got 200 and something at this point, I think. And I look for something that speaks to how I feel today. Some of them are like Single is Your Superpower, or, you know, when you're dealing with F-boys, or being lonely, or imposter syndrome. I mean, he's got everything. And I look through and I think, what's gonna help me today? And I listen to it on my walk with Mochi. That simple. So check it out. Not sponsored, just a big fan. Something I started doing in the past year and a half is taking solo trips. Now, I even have in my Instagram bio that I love Airbnbs. I'm obsessed. Well, especially being in Southern California, there are so many little places that you can go that are just a few hours away to change scenery. But I think even if you live in a small town near a city, you can get an Airbnb in the city. There are so many things you can do, and especially during this time, traveling alone, by car please, is the safest way that you can do it. I went to Big Bear by myself. With Mochi. I went to Idlewild. I went to Palm Springs, and I spent my birthday alone in Palm Springs. I have fallen in love with that. And yes, it is uncomfortable. And on my birthday, did I cry? A little bit, yeah. But then I made myself s'mores. I laid by the pool all day. I cuddled with my dog. I took myself to a grand sushi dinner. I got myself ice cream. I really made a point to treat myself well. So if you have the financial ability to do that, I highly recommend doing a little trip for yourself. And if you don't, I think I love themed weekends, themed things. I think that you could throw yourself a themed weekend. You could literally get fruit to make smoothies. You could do Hawaiian barbecue, grill up some vegetables, make some salmon, have some poke, you know, watch Lilo and Stitch or Blue Hawaii or anything, and just make your home, make your room your escape. You gotta start having fun now, because again, we don't even have tomorrow promised. So if you're waiting to find someone for your life to begin, you're living in an illusion. Nothing is promised. So live for today, live for you. Another tip that helped me was investing time in my pet. It really was amazing to, where is he? it really was amazing to be able to be home, first of all, for so long with Mochi, and then to remember our special relationship. And it's not a romantic relationship, duh. It's not, you know, we go out and party type of friendship. It is the most pure relationship probably in my life. And I just was able to really appreciate being a fur mother and the love, the unconditional love that I get from my dog. So spend time with your pet and really commit to it. Long walks, and making sure they're bathed, and making them new food. I started cooking my dog just food for dogs, fresh food. He gets homemade meals that I make about every week and a half in batches. And that has been cool too. We've both been glowing up. So if you have a pet, connect with your pet. And if you don't, I'm not telling you to just get a pet because you're single, but if you've been thinking about it, it might be something to consider. Invest in your dreams, okay? To me, joy never expires. If there's something joyful in your life, it just gives and gives and gives. So invest in your dreams, commit to your dreams, put a little extra work in there. See how much you can make yourself hustle. It'll also give you less downtime to be mopey about being single. I've started writing a novel. I let go of all of the boundaries of thinking that I'm just an actor, singer, musician, YouTuber. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be a novelist. I've decided. So invest in your dreams and break those barriers of who you think that you are. Do a weekly routine with a friend. This is just a pinpointed way of saying lean into your important friendships, because your friendships, I mean, you've invested so much time in them. Your friends love you. The love that you're looking for in others, your friends are giving you, and they would die probably if they knew that you felt unloved. It would make them so sad. Invest in time with your friends safely. One thing I do with my best friend in Boston is every Friday we get on FaceTime on our phones and we watch something synced up on Hulu or HBO Max or whatever on our laptops. We've been watching Flavor of Love. We switch off picking movies, and we have done this since March, and we haven't missed a Friday. And if we do, we reschedule it. All right, I hate this one because everybody says this, but look good for you. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to do full glam. Like, I don't walk around like this all the time. This is cool that I get to do it for YouTube, but no. But when I'm at least wearing clean clothes, I'm like, yeah, you've been sad. It's time to get in the shower. You can wear your sweats, but why don't you put on a little crop top and your cute little platform sneakers and throw your hair in a high pony? Why don't we do that, okay? And smell good. Y'all know. Smell good, please. Okay? That's one thing that has really helped me from feeling lonely, is putting perfume on every day. This is Gucci Bloom Ambrosia di Fiori, by the way. I got this yesterday. I think I like it. I don't know. Do not act like you do not have permission to take care of yourself until you have somebody else, or that the purpose of hygiene is to impress other people. It's not. It helps us with our mental health, BB. This is a very obvious one, but if you feel very, very unhappy, very unmotivated, very numb, and you're struggling, therapy is invaluable. And it's all about finding the right person. I think definitely give yourself options. You might have a video chat with a therapist and it's, you know, you're not sure if you like that vibe, or like me, you needed to find out that you prefer older women as therapists, things like that. But highly recommend, and it will make you more in tune with your emotions, a better communicator. And it's just something wonderful to do for yourself and for your future self and everybody that you come into contact with. So, highly recommend that. Now, if you're into cooking, try new recipes for yourself and invest when you can in good ingredients, because it makes it fun. It almost makes it, for me, it makes me feel like I'm on a cooking show. I've been going to the fish market and getting fish from the fish market, not from the supermarket. Or, you know, going to specialty stores. I've been going to a Middle Eastern spice shop we have in my neighborhood and getting spice blends from them, from that store. And I just feel excited to cook with those ingredients, and I feel it's funny, we do relate money and investment to worth, and it shouldn't be everything, but I do feel that because I am feeding myself quality, and especially with seafood, you know, paying a little extra does get you better quality. It tells my body and tells my mind that I'm worthy, that there doesn't need to be anybody else coming over for me to prepare a beautiful meal, for me to take some time and cook something that is delicious to me and brings me joy. I recommend you do that at least once a week. I know it's not always that cost efficient, like especially if you meal prep or you cook in batches, I get that, but try to do one meal a week. Maybe that can be your Friday. You cook dinner with your best friend on FaceTime or something, and try new recipes and get one really nice ingredient. Another thing I did was spend $20 on Greek olive oil, imported, but it's really good and I feel really special every time I use it. So I don't know, it just communicates something to your mind and body that you are worth it. Another YouTuber that has really helped me deal with the loneliness and the sometimes feelings of almost desperation when you're single is Susan Winter. Probably if you watch my channel, you've watched her videos. I don't know, but she is absolutely incredible. She tells it like it is. She just is like a whisperer, a human whisperer. I don't get it, but you watch one video and you'll understand. Susan Winter, highly recommend her videos. Another one is make your space comfortable for you, okay? I find that when I am in a messy space, not only am I highly anxious and I just feel upset and grouchy that my space is not the way I want it to look, my anxiety causes me to think about anything that could upset me, which could be being lonely, being single. Especially if you're in a space that you don't like, then you are gonna feel lonely. If you're in a space that you feel is beautiful and comfortable and relaxing, why would you be lonely? I mean, imagine somebody sending you off to the Four Seasons and you get to wake up and sit on your balcony by the ocean and eat a beautiful breakfast. Most of us, unless you're really deep in codependency, most of us are not gonna feel lonely in that moment because our environment is enjoyable. So do that for yourself at home. Don't give yourself an opportunity to hate being at home, hate being where you are, especially now. I have invested a lot of time and not that much money into making my space more comfortable. I even rearranged just this weekend with that little corner, as you can see, and I put a little thing up here and I got my gallery wall, and it's just made me proud of my space and it's made it much more enjoyable to be home. Here is my last secret, okay? This is the hack. I want you, every time you feel like, man, if I had a partner, we'd be doing this, I want you to write it down. Mine were like, oh man, if I had a partner, we'd be making some fun dinner together and renting a movie on Amazon Prime. If I had a partner, it's 11 p.m., we'd be running out to go to In-N-Out right now. If I had a partner, we'd be taking Mochi to the park and having a picnic. I want you to write down those things that you think somewhere you've decided. I don't know what that sound is, by the way, y'all. I'm sorry. Always when I'm filming. I want you to write down those things that you've decided that you can't do when you're single and do them. Take yourself on a solo trip. Go to In-N-Out at 10 p.m. Bring your dog and give him a fry or two. Mochi is a big fan of the In-N-Out fries. Get yourself a nice dinner. Like, one other thing to do to support local business is to Yelp restaurants in the area that might not be on Postmates or DoorDash and order from them. Order something nice. I mean, get yourself maybe even a bottle of wine or a beverage, sparkling water, and a meal, maybe an appetizer and a dessert. Make yourself have a beautiful date night with you. And I promise you have got to change the mindset that eating alone or treating yourself alone or treating yourself well is not worth it or not reasonable. You have to change that. So write down the things that you wish you could do if you had a partner and do them. I dare you. It might be hard at first, but that's the quickest way, because nobody else is gonna make you feel better about being single if you still believe that being single means that you're low value or that you are lonely. Like I said, your friends and family most likely would be very sad to think that you feel lonely because you're not getting romantic love. There are all sorts of different types of love around if you just look. And I think that's really what it is. Love from your pet, love from friends. My two best friends don't even live in my state. And one doesn't even live in my country, and I still feel loved by them. I have not experienced romantic love in almost 2 years, and I'm still here, and I'm thriving, and I'm having fun. It's really about a mindset change, but often action helps us change our mindsets. Like they say, before you go into a job interview, you want to do power poses, you want to sit up straight so that your body starts responding. Oh, I feel powerful. Yes, we are in powerful mode. When you start doing, sometimes action can be a catalyst for thought. It's not always the mindset that needs to change before the action. Sometimes fake it before you make it really just means do what someone who loves being single and who's content being single does, and you will be content being single. There might be many things that go into it, but do as the person that you want to be would do, and you will be able to be that person. To me, it's really that simple. And I'm someone who, this is coming from someone who thought they would always be codependent and always be a serial dater. So I hope that video helped you. I tried to pack all of my good, honest tips in there. I'll link everything below that I've mentioned. And shout out again to Ana Luisa. Thank you again for sponsoring this video. Remember, their Valentine's Day sale is 15% off of everything on their site. Check it out if you need gifts for yourself or for somebody else. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Love you guys very much, and I will talk to you in my next one. Mwah! Bye, guys.